How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carrison here with another episode of Julie and the Phantoms with episode 6, which I am looking forward to checking out. It's, sad that we've only got a few more episodes left to go, because it's just been a really great journey for me. I've really enjoyed this show. I've been, I guess you could say, in tune with how things have panned out so far. Even if we've hit a bit of a snag with the last episode, of course, with Sunset Curve being wound up at Caleb's club. And I think a lot of us kind of had an idea of where things were going to go, with them supposed to perform with Julie, of course, in front of the school. And obviously that didn't come to fruition. They lost track of time, and not just that though, but we had further suspicions in regards to Caleb, considering the fact that at the end of episode 4, you kind of had an inkling that he was definitely up to no good. And that got further elaborated, especially with the fact that he seemingly bound the group to him, prying them away from Julie further, especially with the fact that initially they are so devoted to her, but Caleb wants them all for himself. So I am really looking forward to continuing this journey. So with that said, let's get into episode number 6 of Julie and the Phantoms. Let's go.
About making us better so we can actually win a game. We lost against Burbank. Burbank!
Pretends to
Let's all
know
remember that composure.
who they are.
Everybody pair up.
Just that movability, I guess.
Let's go!
No,
Come on,
no.
Ellen. I'm sorry.
Don't leave me, please.
Hey.
You and Carrie never danced together?
Nope. And we never will. We broke up.
Oh.
Oh, you did?
Oh no. Anyways.
Done with the drama. I don't know if you noticed, but she's not the nicest person.
What?
Bit of an
I
understatement.
never noticed.
And Luke said something about this place being a hotspot for music industry people. Yes.
Boys, being a ghost definitely has its privileges. I just
no
put our
one
names on the playlist.
Bats an eye.
I'm getting a little worried about him. He keeps... But we got this with Julie, and we don't need him. Oh, it's that same thing again.
That same
Just
deathly
yesterday.
feeling.
Feels like that time I was fixing my amp in the rain.
What?
Look,
I-
you think
we
something's wrong
need
with
to
us?
talk, bud.
Yeah, we ate 10 pounds of pizza yesterday without a stomach. I'm sure it's just our bodies working through. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna forget about...
The next time you want to check on the boys for me, let me know.
Yeah.
Why?
My bad.
You do love skating the streets of Hollywood. Would hate to have to take that away from you.
Okay, we got a greater idea on what Caleb's done. And it's a lot worse than I imagined.
Oh, okay, check it out. Tons of managers go here to listen to new bands. All we gotta do is blow them all away, and we're living the dream.
So this means a lot to you, huh? Kinda how playing in front of my whole entire school meant a lot to me.
Oh,
I'm starting to think our plan isn't working.
you don't
I
say.
know we messed up.
Cause there's only one thing that you care about, and that's yourself.
Oh, shoot. Oof.
Dude, she didn't mean it.
I mean, oh.
Where's he going? What do you think?
It does
Remember what today is?
hurt. Oh.
I never knew Luke was hurting this much.
It's even worse because when he died, he left on bad terms. You know, his parents didn't
I
want
mean,
a 17-year-old in a rock band, so
I know they spoke about their parents not being too approving
he never got the chance to
in
make up with
different
them.
areas, but oof.
Trevor had given Luke credit for writing all the songs, then his parents would have known his dream was worth chasing.
They would have been so proud.
It was that understandable hurt, like especially with how Trevor fucked them over. Glad that she is understanding. I mean, could understand why she was hurting, but oh,
Julie, no more going out on school nights.
But Dad.
what the heck?
And go to your room. What else? And
Dad,
we-
she's got you by the chain. Fuck.
Packed, like VIPs, managers. It's kind of crazy.
What are we gonna do about my aunt? She's right downstairs.
We sneak out
Your aunt.
like true
Not taking the
rebels.
stairs.
Okay.
They're
I'm
gonna
get
find
dressed.
out
I'll
about
meet you
this
guys there.
shit. Judy and the Phantoms. We've got Rose and the Pal. Pushes. Embrace that legacy. Yeah? Alex, is this like... Are you on her side now? I'm kidding.
You having fun out there?
Yeah! You want to tell
my
us something?
fault.
Are you on her side? Defecto!
My feet.
Make me blush. She's like, I want that same energy.
If you're looking for Nick, he didn't come.
That's not why I'm here.
Are you looking for Nick?
It looks like we're closing the night out
Oops.
with one more group. Julie and the Fat Ones.
Really?
What?
I mean, my handwriting sucks.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, buddy. I hope this isn't live streamed, because that's my main worry. Hell yeah! I think we've got some impressed folks here. Yeah, he's definitely into her, but... Carrie gets the slow clap.
She looks all business. Wait, who should do the talking? Right, Julie.
Yeah. There's only one or two of two candidates.
Hi, I'm Andy Parker, and I would
Julie.
love to.
Oh,
It's time
bother!
to go.
How did you find out? How did you find out? Someone live streamed it. Yeah. Oh boy. So this can't be good, especially when you know, she was on the verge as well of having that manager just approach her, and you know, the opportunities would have been there, and now that's going to have to be on pause for now, I would say. So yeah, but oh well, this like, especially since you know, her dad told her she couldn't do well, she couldn't go out after school hours or whatever. This ain't gonna be good. This is going to be well, if anything, salt on the wound, isn't it? Because if it's just gonna go from bad to worse, so, which is going to be an absolute kicker, especially with, like I said, with that manager just approaching her and being so in awe with her. So yeah, but another little spanner in the works, I would say. Like, especially since this seemed to be like the moment for Julie that, well, not just for Julie, but also Sunset Curve as well, that the big break could kick in. they certainly wowed the people more so than Carrie did and all of that. And yeah, you might have that little bit of a bias to Julie because of the fact that Carrie isn't exactly the nicest person out there. And I feel like I'm being delicate with that. But you saw how you saw how that manager was about to approach it, and then Dad shows up, and yeah. Already feeling a bit peeved with the fact that he essentially grounded Julie, and now she snuck out. It's like, so, but yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. I'm wondering how he, like, I have to say, it might be a live stream thing. I don't know. To knowing where Julie was. So, yeah, but obviously he caught wind and... yeah. But yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing how things are going to hopefully... I mean, I feel like with the next episode, Julie's dad's going to have to find out about the ghosts. To kind of continue the role that they were going on. Because otherwise, I feel... I cannot... I don't know. I cannot imagine... her dad just being lenient, being like, okay, maybe I was a bit too harsh, just out of the blue and all of that. I mean, granted, the aunt, I think she was just putting so much pressure on the dad, like, what else are we gonna do in terms of punishments for Julie? So, yeah, like, just the way she just kept nudging him, essentially. So, yeah. But, I really, really did like this episode, like, especially with Luke, and there was, of course, there was quite a bit of focus on his character, which I am really loving. Like, we're getting a bit of background on the ghosts. With Alex, of course, well, he obviously had, he has that thing with Willie, of course. And we'll get onto that in a moment, because there was something of significance with Willie encountering Caleb and Caleb giving him a bit of a lecture. But Luke was primarily the focus, not just because of the fact that it was his birthday and it's something that he wants to keep hidden from the group, because of the fact that there is quite this hurt, really, especially with the fact that there was a bit of a fallout with his parents before he died. And that is obviously going to crush you, like, especially in the afterlife, like with Luke's situation. The last memory he has, it's kind of like that Peter Parker vibe with Spider-Man. Like, obviously the last thing to come out of him and Uncle Ben was a bit of an argument, and that is, going to crush you. It's the same here with Luke, with the fact that he had this strain with his family, and that's, it already does sting with the prospect that your parents have to bury you. But it just gets even more painful with the fact that there is this strain, and there is going to be this eternal hurt, because the parents are just going to think, well, what if he never forgives us, or all that jazz, like, because your mind will worry about the fact that the last thing we, like the last time we had an exchange, it didn't go down too well. There was that strain. So, and that's good. And I feel like with Luke, you can definitely see a lot of, I mean, there is, of course, like, there is, with these ghosts, a lot of personality that we are seeing as the show does evolve. But we are seeing those emotions definitely become a very, very crucial spot for Luke, because like I said, it wasn't just the fact that we had that very powerful scene with him encountering his family on his birthday in a very, very in a very moving scene, but it was also the way he looked at Julie during that performance. We all saw it. We all read the room. So, and there have been kind of hints before, but I feel like with this episode, especially with, I guess, the bit of focus on his character, it is a bit more evident than it ever has been. So, yeah, and I mean, there was that little bit of a hurt in regards to Luke, in regards to obviously how important this is for him, especially with the fact that with Trevor, he already screwed them over. And, you know, with Trevor, there is that awareness. He knows what he did. He knows that he... well, I feel like I'm being a bit extreme by saying he knows what he did, and he is just completely... he is aware that he's, you know, excluding Sunset Curve in terms of his mentions with his songs and all of that. But with, you know, Sunset Curve, they didn't mean to. They didn't intend to let Julie down in the previous episode. And yeah, I mean, obviously with Julie, wanting to call it quits, that really does that really does kick Luke, especially considering the fact I view him as the more, I guess, emotional one, especially with how you know, it's a bit of deja vu from Trevor. So yeah, so I really did like the focus with Luke in this episode. Like I said, I feel like with how he feels to Julie, it's a lot more evident than it has been in these in the episodes prior. We kind of gotten a little bit of a hint, but now it's getting a bit more evident and all of that. So yeah, but there's also of course Carrie's ex as well. So and there seems to be an opportunity opening there. Problem is, we've got 3 episodes left to go. And obviously the whole relationship aspect is not at the forefront, but it's going to be very interesting to see how we do resolve all of this, especially with Caleb being a bit of a nuisance as well. So we got to consider that as well. So yeah, that said, let's talk about Caleb, because I think we're getting a bit more of an inkling in terms of what he has done with the group, given certain wording and what he said to Willie as well in regards to you know, you love your skateboarding, etc. It would be a shame if we were to take that away, wouldn't it? So and with the flickering, as it was called, there does seem to be this situation where I don't know, they have to subscribe to basically Caleb's club. They have to choose his group, otherwise they flicker out of existence. That's the thought process that's going through my head when flickering is of course mentioned. But yeah, obviously they have been continuing the pains that they've been going through, which started in the last episode, and not just that though, but it does play on to what I think is happening, because of the fact that they did mention about the fact that it felt like dying in the last episode. And not just that though, but there was also this talk about, well, you know, it's like Julie made a little bit of a comment that might not seem relevant on the face of it, but she did say if, you know, they weren't dead, I would have killed them. And that just, I don't know, it might be me stretching, but it leads me to believe that there is this opportunity that they could die again if they experienced pain that felt like dying the first time. And, you know, flicker out of existence, that's a term that has been used in shows before and all of that, in media. It's not like an obscure term that no one has ever heard of before. But yeah, that's what I am thinking in regards to what Caleb has done. And, you know, the only way, hence why Willie is, you know, all is not flickering out of existence, is because he's working for him. The only way to kind of continue their afterlife, I guess, is to appeal to Caleb. So yeah, I like the gears were all on, well, I wouldn't say full steam ahead or whatever when everything came out in that little like 5-second scene with him. But yeah, it certainly makes a bit of sense in my head in regards to what's been said. Oh, ghosts can't die again, can they not? So, because I'm sure it's not the first time as well where we've had a mention about the about ghosts dying again. I do recall. I do recall it being mentioned before, so again, that really does put the whole idea of them flickering out of existence, more paramount, because I think a fate worse. I think a fate worse than death is to flicker out of existence. In my opinion, there is no afterlife. There is no heaven. Hell is a very is not your ideal destination. But they wouldn't even be in purgatory or whatever. They would just flicker out of existence. So, yeah. So there we go. But no, pretty decent episode. It'll be very interesting to see how Julie avoids this kind of kerfuffle she's in for the next episode. But pretty awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!